I am Revati. Our course is Professional Ethics and topic is Balanced Outlook on Law. A balanced outlook on law. Basically, balanced outlook on law, it is nothing but the law. So, what is the law and what is the importance of law in engineering? It is nothing but the balanced outlook on the law. So, the balanced outlook on the law in engineering practice stresses the necessity of laws and regulations. Next, the limitations in directing and controlling the engineering practices. So, the law will controls the engineering, what to do, and it directs the which way we are doing the works. That means, so entire this professional ethics are nothing but what is good and what is bad. So, in that manner, law controls us to do the things in a legal way. So, what is the necessity for the laws? Laws are necessary because peoples are not fully responsible by themselves of competitive nature of the free enterprise which does not encourage moral initiatives. And second one is they are needed to provide a minimum level of compliances. So why the laws are necessary means uh, today's world are very competitive world. Even anything there is a competition. A lot of competition is there. So in that competition, to stand in the first positions, sometimes they are losing their self and they are losing their moral values and ethics. So in that case, to control us, the laws are very necessary to the engineers, not only engineers, for anyone. Okay. So, and these laws will needed to provide minimum conduct of engineers. There are mainly two examples we are taken in this class. So first one is codes for builders by Hammurabi. So this is an example of what is the importance of codes. Already in previous class we have discussed about codes of ethics. So similarly, here the codes for builders by Hammurabi. So in 1958 years, in the year 1958, Hammurabi was a king of Babylon. So he framed some codes for the builders. So first code is that if the builder has built a house for a man and has not made his work sound, and the house which he has built has fallen down and caused the death of the householder, that builder shall be put to death. Okay. So in that, for example, so all these are the rules for a builder. Okay. So for example, the builder construct a house for a person in case the house is damaged and collapsed. So in that house, if the householder was dead, so instead of that and for replacing that mistake, who are constructing the building, okay, the builder had to dead. That is the rule number one. For example, second rule is if it caused the death of the householder's son, if in case in that building collapsed, okay, in the damage, if the son of the householder was dead, so obviously the rule is that uh, if constructor, who was the son of the constructor, to dead. Okay. Second. Next, third one is if it caused the death of the householder's slave, he shall give the slave to the householder. Next one, if it destroy the property, he shall replace anything it has destroyed, and because he has not made the house sound which he has built, and it has fallen down, he shall rebuild the house which has fallen down from his own property. Okay. So next one is, if the builder has built a house for the man and does not make his work perfect, and the wall bulks, that builder shall put the wall in sound condition at that own cost. If in case uh, the wall of the building was collapsed, then with his own cost of the builders, with his own amount of builders, he will construct the wall and again replace that. If in case the slave of the householder was dead, then the constructor who was the builder's slave was made as a slave to the householder. Okay, so all these are the rules at past ago. Okay, so these are the some rules. Okay, next example is United States Steamboat Code. Okay, in United States Steamboat Code, steam engines in the past were very large and heavy. So in that, James Watt, Oliver Evans, and Richard Trevithick modified them by removing condensers and made them compactor. So past some years ago, there are steam engines are very large and heavy engines. So James Watt and Oliver Evans and Richard were made some modifications to that steamboat. Okay, so then due to these modifications, it led an explosion due to the high speed of the boat. So due to this explosion, around 20,000 people were killed. Okay, so why? Because the safety walls were unable to keep the pressure. So at the time of ruling party was the Congress, Congress party passed a law which provided for inspection of the safety aspects of the ships. So when this thing was happened, so then Congress party passed a rule that there is an inspection on each and every ships. Okay, so but here the problem is that if it became ineffective due to the inadequate training regarding to the safety checking and given to the inspectors. So who are the inspecting team? If they don't have any knowledge for checking that, then it is waste. Okay. So then Alfred Guthrie inspected the boat and found the reasons for that explosion and made a report. With that help, another law was passed. Okay. Now, the standards formulated by the American Society of the Mechanical Engineers were followed. So these two are the examples how the codes are important. Okay, important in our lives. So in last two examples, the king was taken some rules. He he offered and he passed some rules. Okay, so due to that rules, if in case householder was dead, so obviously the builder is also dead. Okay, so this is not very good laws. Okay, so next we are move to the proper role of laws. So laws are very important, and why we are giving very much importance is that good laws, when enforced effectively, produce benefits. When we are enforces some laws, so obviously it should do some benefits to the society, not in an illegal thing or not to taken as a like a revenge. Okay, it should encourage the society, and taking when we are passing some rules or some laws, it should benefit to the society, and according to these laws, they serve as moral support and defense for the people who are willing to act ethically. So when we are passing some laws, that should be compulsorily, it should benefit to the society, and it should be encouraged to the people who are in a legal way. Okay, so that's why these laws plays very important role. Next one is, so what is the entire conclusion is that the rules which govern engineering practices should be constructed as of responsible experimentation, and precise rules and sanctions are suitable in case of ethical misconduct that involves the violation of established the engineering procedures, and they should not compel the engineers to follow rigid courses of actions, and the regulation should be broad but make engineers accountable for their decisions. Thank you.